Welcome for the first time here in our studios of Linea Rock to Jonas and Henders from Katatonia. Welcome.
Thank you.
Deadhead Kings will be your ninth album of the band that will be out on 27th of August
Yes.
in Europe, is also in our market, in America, and all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Deadhead King is the title of this album. Has it a particular meaning?
It does have a particular meaning. It pretty much sums up the band, our journey. We've been going for 20 years now. So it's a pretty long time, and we had a lot of obstacles to overcome, facing problems, but we felt that during this whole problematic path, we rather feel we are the kings in our own misery, kings of our own dead end, rather than just be nobody in the big world. So it's kind of a wordplay there, and mixed with some truth as well. You have two words very differently charged in the title. You have a king, which is a positive meaning, strong one, and you have a dead end, which is the more negative and opposite meaning. So when you put them both together, you get a interesting twist to it, and this is something that we've been doing for the last couple of albums.
But you can see the word king, like also we have the power.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We have the power of our own destiny, so to speak.
Yes.
Yeah. Regardless if people think it's successful or not, but we think it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And watching the cover of the album, there is any message behind the cover artwork painted by the famous Travis Smith that worked with the band by many years, I think, right?
Oh yeah, I think we've been going down 13 years together now.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
He's another member of the band.
yeah, he really is like the extension of our hands
Yeah.
into the computers to do the graphics, you know.
Yeah.
So he really understands our vision really well. And I think he's the only one that can really do this representation to understand the concept of the band and not go in some wrong direction. It's easy for him to understand it after 13 years. So we enjoy this process very much. We enjoy working with him. He's a great designer.
He listened the songs during your recording for have the idea of
Yes,
Yeah,
he always listens to Katatonia. He can also listen to an old album just to get in mood. Yeah, and together with our, we always write down our visions like a manuscript, and we send it to him, and he's just getting to work, busy immediately.
Okay.
Send in the lyrics as well.
Yeah,
to
lyrics
get
as
a-
well, of course. Yeah.
We can talk about the lyrics. So
okay.
the lyrics were always very personal. Is there any event that influenced you in writing the new material?
I would say it's just it always comes down to everyday life, the bleak side of it really, and the lyrics aren't really stories, but you know, from beginning to end, it's rather just reflections on certain themes, and,
Yeah.
and so they're kind of abstract, but I think they integrate with the music in a good way, which is the most important thing. So the lyrics are always there to help the music to enhance the feeling of the song.
But we can consider this new album like a concept, or every song is completely
No, it's not a concept
separated.
album.
Yeah.
It's not like it's very different from each other,
Okay.
but it's not having like a red thread, like a concept.
Yeah. Okay. As special guest in one track, the title is the one you are looking for. He's not here. There is a female singer of the actual female singer of Gathering. How was born this idea to collaborate?
We played with the Gathering a couple of times out in Europe, and
On tour, right?
Yeah, exactly. And she's being Norwegian, and we are Swedish. We can speak the same language.
Okay.
Yeah. So we started communicating and became friends. And obviously, the real reason why we asked her is because we love her vocals. We love her voice. She's a great singer. So it didn't matter if she was from the Gathering or if she was having no band at all. We just knew she was capable of doing it, and we loved her voice. and we felt, I mean, we never had female vocals before.
Yeah, this is the first
First
time,
time
it's
ever,
experiment, right? That
Exactly.
you can use also in the future.
Sure.
Well-
I mean, this did trigger something because I think it's a great way of making a beautiful duet with Jonas'
Yeah.
vocals and with the female vocals. It comes together very nicely. And I think particularly for this song, it was more fitting than anything else.
But the songs, before, I think like all the songs, you write the music before, right?
Yes.
And in second time, the lyrics. So when you listen the mood of these songs, you have to tell, oh, this is right for double voice, right?
Yeah.
Exactly
Ah,
like that.
okay.
Exactly. That's the process the
Okay,
whole time.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Melancholy is a fundamental element of your music. We could say your album is not just listenable, but the listener should live it. How do you think could be the best atmosphere for appreciate the new album, The King?
I would prefer the listeners to take it by headphones. In a comfortable environment where they feel very relaxed and safe, and not just. I wouldn't mind them to maybe stand doing the dishes and not paying attention to it. I really want them to maybe lay down in the darkness and just take headphones and drift away with the music. Let it just come to them naturally, because there's so much going on the album in the layers. That you might not find out in the first listening.
Yeah.
But if you have headphones, it will come to you easier because you will hear where they are
Yeah.
placed. Yes, and I would suggest though that you take it 100 times in your headphones to really appreciate everything. But maybe that comes down the line somewhere. But that would be my ideal scenario for the listening,
Yeah.
for discovering the album.
Yes.
Actually.
Where you have recorded this album? In which studios?
We recorded in the same studio we used for the last album.
The preview album.
Exactly. It's a place called Ghost Word Studios. It's
Are your studios? Or
no, it's our friend's studio. David Castillo is his name, and we felt that we wanted him again involved and be in the same place because we were really happy with the last album, and we wanted like more of the same, more of good, you know. And the only thing we tried to do was do it even better than last time.
Mhm.
So we weren't chasing so much to be very different, but just be better.
So you have recorded all the part of drums, guitars, all
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, and you produce the album or co-produce it with another?
It's just me and Anders doing it, as we've been doing for pretty much every album. But nowadays it's more of a focusing thing for us to take care of, you know, the songwriting, the arrangements, and also overlooking the sound, the whole sound thing, together with David, who's the engineer. So we produce the album, and then we always feel really comfortable doing that.
Okay, and also the mastering. Mastering is in the same studios, in another studios
It's
in
actually
Sweden.
it's actually in one other studio, which is we used a lot for mastering actually. So it's a delicate process of going through all the stages. Yeah, but we enjoy it very much. It's
Yeah.
very interesting and it's very rewarding to hear how the album grows step by step. And when you're in the mastering, the album it will never sound as good
The
as
sound
right
is
there.
very
Yeah,
good.
it's fantastic.
How many months you have worked for this album?
We just counted it.
We
to
finished the tour before and after start to writing the songs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Effectively and being really focused, we started doing it in the very, very late December, like almost early January, and until just a few days ago, actually.
So you have you write the songs during the winter. You prefer this season or is the same?
Well, we were actually forced to start the writing when we came home from tour, and it just happened to be winter. But it does help you. It does affect
The atmosphere.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's it does help. We cannot change it, but it did help the writing definitely. Even though it's not ideal to record in the summer as well, because in summer
Whereas a festival you are playing
exactly
live,
you're supposed
yeah.
to play, and in Sweden
Yeah.
we only have like 1 to 3 months of summer,
yes.
and if you were in the studio you even miss your summer. So
Yes, that's right. There will be a special edition of the album when go out. probably inside a DVD or I don't know.
There will be
Something.
4 different formats of the album.
Four?
Yeah.
Four.
In these days of where people are mostly downloading, we want to offer something more.
Okay.
So we have our grand thing is a deluxe box book, which is a 10-inch book, a really big one, 48 pages, all filled with art.
With the photo or only
With
writing?
Travis Smith's
Okay.
artwork that people haven't seen before, that is
Yeah.
just gonna be in there, right? And inside those pages we have gonna have 2 10-inch vinyls with the album on.
Wow, great.
Yes, and a 5.1 surround CD, which is for all the audio fanatics, I guess, you know. And the normal CD, and also 2 exclusive bonus songs for it.
2 bonus songs, no live
No,
concert.
no live
for
concert
now.
on that yet, no. But it's
Probably you use in the future for a DVD.
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And then there's going to be a regular 12-inch gatefold vinyl, and also a media book, which has the 5.1 and the regular CD and 1 bonus track. So there's a lot of options.
Very.
They
So
can choose what they want.
also, if love the vintage, can buy only vinyl, double vinyl.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, if you have
Great.
that, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a good thing, right?
Mm.
Okay. About tour in September, you will play together Paradise Lost in the USA. What means for you to play together the band that inspire your sound?
It feels, well, it hasn't happened yet, but it feels a bit surreal that you are touring with a band that were responsible for forming your own band. It is in a way like the tables turn, and you're never ready for that. They are still our old heroes, but these days, you know, what speaks is the figures of ticket sales and everything. And in America, they never really focused on touring, so they're not as known there as we are. So we just somehow took out them as special guests there. But that changes, you know, if we go to Europe or another part of the world, then they are the headliners and we are their special support. So I think it's going to be a great bill. Also, Devin Townsend, the co-headliner, he's also a really cool guy, which makes very interesting music. So.
And do you think that this same bill, you, David Townsend, Katatonia, David Townsend, and Paradise Lost play live here in October in Europe, or something changed?
We would have liked that, but that won't work. I found out we have our own European headline tour directly after this tour. It's going to be through November and December, but we don't know the package yet.
Okay.
Of that lineup.
So with the next tour, start with America in the USA, and after you go on Asia, or before in Europe.
We do 2 American tours directly after each other, and then we just have 4 days off, and then we do immediately Europe. So we're out for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are also members of Bloodbath, right? And that is considered a super group for death metal sound. Do you think there will be a 4th studio album, considering also that the next year you will be the 15th anniversary of the band, right? There is a plan for recording something?
Well, with Bloodbath, we are definitely preparing a new album, but we are trying to find where to fit in. You know, we're gonna be so busy with Katatonia having a new album out, tour for 4 months, and so what even makes it even more complicated is that the other members, or at least the drummer, he's from Opeth, and they are also very busy with worldwide touring. So
so you talk about often Mike is not not possible to sing again, right?
No, he stepped off now.
Okay.
He decided to leave the band.
Yeah.
But we've been known this for a long time, so it's not a shock or anything.
Oh, okay.
It's totally fine. We will work with another singer, which we can't reveal the name of today, but it will be totally fine. We have all the plans made for the album, how it's gonna sound and everything is.
But probably be so in the next year. Now it's right to put
Exactly,
the focus
yeah.
on Katatonia album, Katatonia new tour.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Step by step. you
Yeah,
know,
step by step.
yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jonas. Thank you, Anders. See you the next time when I think that Italy will be included in the European tour,
Of
right?
course. It's gonna be 3 days in Italy.
3 days,
yeah.
3 different towns.
3 different cities.
You can
yeah.
tell now also
Milan, Rome, and
in October,
one more in late November.
late November.
Yeah.
Okay, see you in the next day. Thank you
you.
very much.
Cool.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.